What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Zarty podcast. We're back in this Thursday night at 8 p.m. And I'm so happy y'all let me back into your house like all the time. And you already know the vibe, y'all. Got somebody with me. We're going to have a great time, good conversations. The episode today is going to give you very much like, I haven't been filming in a very, very long time, you know what I'm saying? So this will be my third one since I've been back filming. I filmed 2 yesterday, baby. So this is really my second one because second day at work. But this episode is more so just like, I've been excited for this episode. Like, since I was like, okay, yeah, come on, girl, let's talk. This person to me is very strong. Like, very strong. Always been strong, right? Always been on it. Like, they gave me this type of vibe. But y'all got questions. I feel like I'm going through, like, a life process right now where it's just, like, I'm in a big, fat transition period. I thought I was in a transitional period. I guess that was more so just, like, my, like, shedding season. So more so just kind of, like, getting some advice on that. Y'all know me, I love getting advice from my guests, stuff like that. Sometimes I thinking I'll be having people just be my little therapy session, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let her introduce herself. She's been before, if y'all remember her. But if not, she's gonna reintroduce herself. Yeah, let them know who you is.
My name is Bria Lewis. I don't know what I am, if you will, but just a huge free spirit, lover of Jesus Christ, and a very present person, a very supportive person, a very much pop out and show them what I'm about type of person. I'm a hard worker. Just a big heart.
I love that.
Miss show up.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to dive into my first topic with you. It's gonna be multiple topics. Like I say, like equal question. You want to dive. If I say something, you like, let me clarify that. Hold me accountable. This is the episode you can hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like this for me, this episode needs to be the one where it's like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So don't hold back.
Just raw. Okay.
Because I know you in real life, so I know you can. You can check it. So
certified. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So do that. This is a safe place. My first topic I want to talk about is. Okay, first question would be, do you think that you are in a healing phase or are you healed?
I feel very healed right now. I'm not going to lie to you. And I feel like society or social media, if you will, is always like, well, you're never fully healed because they equate it or use it as synonymous to perfect. But I don't feel like so. Like if you scrape your knee and your knee recovers, like that's a healed knee. Just because you can see the scar don't mean that that's not healed. Like it's healed. It's gonna itch every now and then, but you good. You know what I mean? That's how my heart feels. I just feel renewed. I feel restored. I feel like my cup is overflowing. So to me, that's my definition of healed. I feel like I went through a lot of transitional seasons, like you were saying earlier, and I feel like life itself is a consistent transition. There's always going to be a new obstacle, a new something that you have to overcome. But at the end of the day, can you still stop, pause, check in with yourself? And then when you finish that check-in, you got a smile on your face. I just feel like, yeah, you got scars, you can see the scars and other people can see your scars. And they be itching and they be peeling sometimes. But I'm good,
I love it.
Yeah.
So right now I feel like I'm in a season where I feel like I'm in a confused era of my healing, right? I can finally announce that I'm healing.
Okay.
Or trying to heal, figuring it out.
Yeah.
I feel like purposely I'm doing all of the things that people say you're supposed to do to heal, but I still feel like I'm just doing stuff. Like what I'm supposed to feel like. I don't know if I'm like actually healing or if I'm just doing stuff.
Okay.
Like, recently I saw you did like a self-care day, right? Or you did like multiple, it looked like something soon, but like you did like a self, like you've been to the hotel, stuff like that. Okay, I've been doing self stuff too, and it's like, but it just feel like I'm just doing self stuff. Like,
yeah.
I don't feel nothing.
Because you have to do things that you can't do, things that other people said that this is what healing is. When you do it like that, then it becomes like, you can include some things in your routine to see if you like it and experiment, but at the end of the day, the things that's going to help to heal you are already very much in depth and ingrained in you. The things that you love most. Like if you love, like you mentioned earlier, like this is my therapy. I like coming here. This is my healing. Like if you're consistently doing that, then that is you on your healing journey. It may not be a hotel stay for you. For me, I'm going to stay in a spa, so you're going to catch me in a spa regardless. My whole life could be falling apart and I'm still finna find somewhere to go get a massage, okay? Because I know that my body easily stores tension and I know that it needs to be massaged out of my body or I literally will pull a muscle. That's how much if I'm super stressed out, my body will hold on to it. Or if my brain is always on 100 miles per hour, but if it's full of negative thoughts, my body starts to hold on to it and it affects me. So I have to get a massage. You see what I'm saying? So what's a part of my healing may not be a part of your healing. And the things that you see that look like self-care to you may not be self-care for everybody else. You know, you have to do the things that you love the most, that feed you the most. Me, I love going to the gym. Some people be like, baby, I got to force myself to pull up to a gym, you know? And then when I get there, I still don't want to do nothing, you know? So everybody's different, you know? And you doing what makes your heart smile. I always tell people, like, it's a great way to know that you doing something you love when your brain actually pauses. You got that hyperactive mind, or you got ADHD or whatever. That's how my brain is. I'm laying down in the bed. Before I can even open my eyes, my brain already going. I'm like, girl, can you hush? Can I get up out the bed?
Before I open my eyes, I have to be like, no. Stop.
That's what I'm saying. So the things that make your brain just pause for a second. Okay. For me, that's the beach. For me, that's dancing. For me, that's a massage. Like, baby, put on a good line dance. I ain't going to think about nothing else but getting them line dance moves right. So whatever is going to make your heart just happy and make your brain just slow down just a little bit. Meditation, like, just really just grounding yourself. That's the thing.
Okay, so I like that you said about, like, this could, like, potentially be, like, my healing. So I feel like she know for sure. So, Friend been on my team for, like, months now, right? But consistency has not been there at all.
Okay.
I feel like she made me when I was really just trying to figure a lot of stuff out, from, like, moving to, like, relationship stuff to just, like, personally, what do I want in my life? Working, having a job, and that's, like, I got a salary now, so it's really a job. Like, all that stuff was, like, a lot on me at one time. So, like, this is the first time where I've made many changes where I keep saying, like, oh, I'm going to do the podcast again. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. And I'll be like, I'll stop again. This is the first time where, like, I truly do feel like, oh, I'm clear-headed. Like, oh, okay, like, I had came up here, like, by myself, decluttered. Like, it was, like, more cluttered here. Decluttered, like, set up how I want to set up, which was, like, shockingly, like when you came, it was, like, multiple cameras. I still got the cameras, but it's like, I just want one camera. Let's just keep it simple. Like, let's just keep everything simple. Like, I don't want the little LED lights. Let's just, baby, keep the old ones. Like, I just went back to all the old stuff to keep it very simple. Like, one camera, just record. Went home yesterday, this morning, woke up, like, both of the episodes recorded yesterday, edited. So it's like, okay, I got my little groove back. Like, okay,
you
like,
cleared some fog.
Yeah, I cleared some fog, and I didn't realize how, like, impactful that was. But then at the same time, I feel like, and this transition to my next thing with you is, I witnessed you do, like, well, I don't want to start with that. I witnessed you in, from my knowledge, 2 relationships that I've seen that you've been, like, very strong in, right? I feel like in your relationships, you do show up fully.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've learned that I show up fully in relationships as well. How do you, like, move on from those and be okay? Because, like, I feel like I've been dealing with somebody for, like, 2 to 3 years now. And I feel like, truthfully, if I had to just be, like I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't going to be honest with nobody else.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. Truthfully, that is my biggest downfall, and that was my biggest fuck up. That was my fuck up.
Your fuck up was to not move on?
I can't. Like, I don't know. But it's like, I know deep down, and, like, somewhere, like, even, like, when I, like, want to say it out loud, it's like, I be about to cry, because, like, I know.
Ain't nothing wrong with crying.
That, like, that's, like, the one, like, blockage for everything. That's, like, holding me, like, bondage to, like, not being my best self. So I be like, when I be, like, looking at you, I be like, damn, like, how the fuck she just be, like,
moving on,
getting the fuck out them situations, bitch. Oh, I want to get out, but I don't know how. Well, I know how. That sounds crazy. Like, I ain't hostage, y'all, but I don't know.
That's tea.
Yeah, sorry,
that's tea.
Crying,
that's tea. No, don't apologize for crying ever. All you doing is watering your plant. More people need to cry. It's one of them. It really comes down to how much you love yourself.
Facts.
How much do you love yourself? Period. That's what it always goes back to. You just said something really powerful. You said that you know that this is a bondage. You know that it is a huge blocker for you, and that it's stopping you from becoming the best layer of yourself. The best it's just stopping you from exposing all of your layers, all of your healthy layers. It's cock blocking you from your goals, from your dreams. That's heavy. And when you say it aloud, it's good because, and people think, you know, sometimes therapy or just talking or having these conversations is corny, but when you listen back to yourself, then you got to sit with that. Like, how did what I just said make me feel?
Nah, facts. I start crying.
And it's like, yeah, because it's like, this is my decision. I get to make the decision on this. It's so many things in this life that we can't control.
Facts.
The things that I couldn't control broke me down way more than the things that I could. Right? So like death. You can't control death.
Yeah.
You can't control other people's circumstances. If they lose their job or they lose you can't control those things. Only God can, right? So the things that I couldn't control, those hurt me way more. The decisions that I have the privilege to make myself, I'm finna make the right decision. And that's the biggest thing in life. We all get decisions. We all get to, you do X, you do Y, or you do Z. To me, I gotta go enter which one gets me the best outcome. Especially when you a selfless ass person and you show up and you do everything in your power in order for things to go a certain way and they don't, then you fighting with God at that point. And wrestling with God, you ain't gonna never win. Yeah. Because you ain't nothing but a human. So it's like,
I feel like I'm in
it's like it's like don't torture yourself. But I also think it's just believing that you got to have the courage that what you actually feel like in your brain exists is actually out there.
So that's what I'm learning too, right? Is that I have this thing where like, okay, so this may sound crazy to say out loud. I don't carry it as heavy as I did like a long time ago, but it could pop up here and there, but not strongly. But I feel like college days put a lot of I don't know the right proper word, but I would say like I don't want to say PTSD, I guess, on like me being very mindful of my actions. But I think now I self-doubt so much because I'm so mindful on like, okay, I don't want to piss nobody off. Okay, I don't want to step on people's feet. Okay, I don't want to look mean no more. Like, so I think like I be so like.
So you just put the language into perspective of why you haven't gotten to a point where you can just snap leave. You have to kill the inner people pleaser. You gotta piss people off in life. You gotta stand up for yourself and say, I will never forget when I left this last relationship and I was sobbing. It doesn't mean the emotions aren't there. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that it's easy. But do I love myself more? Yes. So what do you need to do? You need to leave. Okay. All right, self. Let's go and pack up this. Let's get this shit out this apartment. And so I'm just sobbing, and she was like, you don't have to do this. You don't even have to go right now. What do you need me to do? Let's fix this. And I'm like, you can pack up that drawer right there. That's how you gotta stand 10 toes down behind you. Like, that's how you access your blessings. Like, that's how you get all of what is for you in this life. I ain't leaving him with nothing. And if I know that a person is blocking me from getting to the next step, you're cut. Period. That's how much I love me.
But you don't ever have a moment where you feel like there's denial of that? Because I feel like, okay, I feel like that, right?
Yes,
but
there's
time,
excuses.
I be feeling like,
dang, let me get them the benefit of the doubt. I'm probably overthinking it. No, you're not. You just overreacting. Nobody's going to be perfect. You give yourself 50 million reasons, but you know how you feel at the end of the day. And you got to stop ignoring yourself. It's literally courage is what it is. But you don't get to exercise the muscle of courage by keep allowing the same behavior over and over and over. How many times are we going to keep the same conversation over and over and over?
Same conversation.
But also, another one of the strongholds is the soul tie portion of it. Now, I can't say that, oh, well, it may be easier if you didn't have the soul tie. I just would imagine that it is based off of how my emotions are set up. But when that soul tie is in place, it's harder to leave the person alone because you let them inside of you. They're all in your psyche. So the best thing for you to do is go cold turkey and cut them off. Go cold turkey, cut them off, deal with all of the emotions that you got, deal with them alone. That's how you detox from the person. That's how you get them out your spirit. And then before you know it, you just look up and you like, bitch, I can see the light again. I don't need your ass. I need myself, you know?
So do you ever feel like there's a moment where I feel like, as you're detoxing them, right? How you do in the moments when you have moments where days you might be like, let me just text him. Like, let me just talk to him. Let me just... You might get on Instagram, they might be a post, send it to somebody that you care for. We may not be on the same...
That happened to me.
It happened to me too, and I fell for it, and I sent it. Now I'm back here again.
That happened to me, and I chose not to acknowledge at all. I'm talking about a full-blown post. I'm talking about relationship for over 6 months. Full-blown post. Didn't acknowledge it. Didn't say nothing. Didn't unblock. Don't email me. When I say cold turkey, I mean cold turkey. Like, go out like this. Like that. Like that. Like that type of cold turkey. Like, that's just how you get what you know. Like, when you know in your heart, like, and you know in your spirit, like, it's somebody that's for me. That's not what I'm not gonna have to even extend myself to this level in order for them to see who I really am. They not even gonna have to be put in a position to where they gotta lose me in order to see all layers of me. Like when you get that and when you get those downloads in and stop and get the fluff out, because that's all fluff. That's trying to keep you in a stronghold. And it's literally just placing you on a back step so you can't access the person that really has all of what you deserved in the first place.
So my biggest denial that I had with that situation, right, was that there was a moment when I wasn't talking to them. I had went cold turkey, wasn't talking to them, was doing great. Podcast had fell off and it came back. Had like a full-blown team. Everything was fine. I didn't tell nobody, right, but I knew I had to start talking to them again. People showing up on time. Everything was going smooth. I knew I started talking to them my secret. And that first day I came back to film, the guests ain't show up. And, like, in my head, it was like, oh, fuck. Like, I think I know why.
Wow.
But, like, nah, it can't be that. So I still, like, chin up, tried to be chin up. It just started crumbling. Lost the team. Had to move out the studio.
Oh,
had
my
to do this. And it
God.
was like, nah, it can't be that. It
That's
can't be
how
that.
you know. That's how you know that it's that, because you only know so much, right? So that's it. Since we talking about that situation situation closed, and I'm like, cold turkey. It's always gonna be something, right? So I had a step back moment, but for me, it wasn't a step back into the presence of this person. It was more so of a, well, let's have the closure conversation. Dang, I ain't that heartless, you know? Because, baby, I packed my shit and left. Do you hear me? Bye.
I feel it.
But when I had that step back moment, I had a very spiritual encounter. And it was honestly unreal. Like, I couldn't ignore it. And I knew that I could never have a conversation with this person
What was
ever
it,
again.
if you don't mind sharing it?
So, as you know, my dad was killed. If I never lost my earthly dad, I wouldn't have never met a heavenly dad.
That's real.
And I knew that there was something wrong with, I guess, the relationship that I was participating in or whatever. I knew it was something off, but I didn't have the language to identify all the many things that were wrong with what I was doing. And fast forward to my dad leaving here, and basically, like, when I took that back step and when I backtracked just a little bit, my daddy told me, don't never do that again. And my daddy is not in this realm. So, and it didn't even come to me directly. It came to one of my family members that didn't even know that what I had done. So I knew it was God, and my dad has been still present and still very much showing up, although he's not in this realm. And I guess I felt like I've been very reserved in having the conversations, because the people that don't have a relationship with God don't know who God is. Like, I didn't know God until my dad left. So when I'm having conversations with people who still haven't had an encounter with God yet, it's like, what's the point of me telling them? Because I know I was hard-headed, rebellious, and wasn't listening whenever I didn't have that relationship or partnership with God. Other people couldn't. You couldn't tell me, baby. God told me to tell you. I'd be like, what is you, man? So you heard this man whisper to you? Like, you couldn't tell me, because I had to go through my own thing and have my own experience and my own certain encounters spiritually in order for me to elevate in totality and not be afraid to be all layers of myself and not be afraid to just, all of my fear dissolved when my dad left too. It's like, it felt like the worst thing that could have happened has happened. So now all the little small stuff, all the little small fears, oh, what if you're not good enough and you do this? And what if this don't happen? All of that went out the window. All of that died with my dad. So now the real woman that I've been trying to dig at and get to is present. She's on the forefront and don't give a damn. And there's no fear, because people be like, what are you? So you're not scared of death even after? No, baby, I'm not scared to be my daddy. I'm not scared to be with the Lord. No, I'm not, because I had those exchanges now. So you got to get to a place where you don't even judge people whenever they be like, I don't believe in God, because they have to go through something sometimes in order to have that experience, because I thought people were crazy, okay? When they be like, spirit guided me to do, I didn't get it. You couldn't beat it into my brain. My dad told me, he was like, you want to go to hell? Like, when I was in the same-sex relationship. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, so you feel like all gay people go to hell? And he was like, I don't feel like all gay people go to hell, but I don't feel like that relationship makes God smile.
That's real.
And I was like, I wasn't trying to, it wasn't making sense because I'm like, nothing is falling apart in my life for you to be really saying this right now. Like, I'm still getting goals accomplished. I'm still da-da-da-da. And then it wasn't until he transitioned and he's in that spiritual realm and that communication and me having my direct experience with God where I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh, the courage to tell the truth, to still be so loud and amplified, and you're not here. Like, you can't tell me God is not real. Like, ain't no way. But you couldn't tell me that before my dad left.
That's real. They say a lot of times people have encounters when something traumatic happens. So to pick back into that, let's talk about your dad. So yeah, so just tell me what happened first of all. Like, I didn't know until recently what actually happened. So you actually like posted like when you was going to court and stuff like that. So, but for people that like don't know that's watching, okay, what happened?
So my dad got killed. Basically, my parents have rental properties, and one of the young Hispanic males that rented out one of their rental properties, he wanted his deposit back, which was $1,200, the amount of the rent, and he had damages in the property. So my dad used half of that money to fix the damages, and then he gave him back the other half. The guy was upset, livid in fact, and was like, you need to give back my money, this, that, and the third. And my daddy was like, bro, take us to court. Because they used to dealing with renters. Like, you know, it just is what it is. And so my mom was going to go ahead and just give him back the full amount just so he can get off my daddy line. And before any of that, he was like, okay, well, I'm going to see y'all in court then. So they waiting on the actual court day to come. And one day the dude come by my grandma's house and sees that my dad's there, gets out the car, and he was like, my mom was on the phone with my dad, and my mom heard the guy say, motherfucker, I'll do you right here, and flash his gun that was in the holster on his hip. And my uncle was like, oh, no, we not doing none of that over here. Like, they not armed and none of that. They just there putting up a carport for my grandmother. And so basically my dad and my uncle are trying to get the gun away from the dude, and he shoots my uncle multiple times. And so my uncle's down. My dad's friend, who was on the way over there to assist him with putting the carport up, he happens to pass by and see them like kind of wrestling around. So he gets out and he gets the gun away from the dude, which he had went back to his car and got like a AR. And that's what he shot my uncle with, not the one in his holster. So keep in mind, so he's my dad's friend just passing by, and he sees them all like in a little brawl, like trying to get this gun away from him. So he gets the gun away from him, and when he pulls it towards the Hispanic guy, it jams, so he can't shoot him. So he drops the gun and takes off running because the dude started walking back to his car, and he grabbed the other gun and shot my dad in the head. So that's why my dad didn't make it. My uncle got rushed to the hospital. My dad was gone. So that's how he left.
Whew.
Yeah.
Your uncle's here still?
My uncle's still here.
Okay.
He's healed. So yeah, we just got through my dad's part of the trial, and now my uncle's stuff is next.
Okay. So what was your initial like phone call, I guess? How did you find out?
So I was at work. I was a waitressing at that time, and my mom kept calling me, and I'm like, I know she know that I'm working. Like, I thought that was weird. And so I answered. I was like, hello, and she was like, come to your grandma's house, and she hung up the phone. So I was like, I called her back. I'm like, I'm at work. Like, what's going on? She's like, come to your grandma's house now, and hung up the phone. That's it. I didn't catch tone. I didn't catch a demeanor, none of that. And so I start tearing up because I'm like, oh shit, like something happened to my grandma. So I tell my manager, like, I got to dip. And so I get in the car and I'm driving. I get on the highway and I'm looking down at my phone like, is anybody else in the family gonna call me? And that's when I heard God's voice for the first time and said, he's with me. And I was like, no. I immediately knew it was my dad. And so I was like, no way. And then I was like, no. Like, he gonna call right now. Like, it's not my dad. Like, no. And when he didn't call before I exited, I knew that my dad was gone before I got there. So I pulled up. It was tape everywhere. And so I'm trying to, at that point, since I already know that he's with God, and I was heartbroken, but I also was like curious, like what the hell happened? And why am I coming to my grandma's house? Like, my daddy used to drive like a bat out of hell. So I thought he got in a car accident. I'm like, now his ass then took himself out. No, your monkey ass ain't got no business flying. But I'm like, what's the odds of him getting in a car accident
Right here
at my grandma's house? Yeah. So I'm like, what happened? I get there and it's tape everywhere. And I go underneath the tape, and the guards are like, no, no, like you can't walk over here. And I was like, what is going on? And then they was like, we have one deceased and one injured. And I was like, yeah, the deceased is my dad. I hadn't talked to no family members at that point. And she was like, well, we're not 100% sure that he's gone just yet. I said, ma'am, he's gone. It's okay. Where's my family? They were on a whole different block on the other side of because everything was blocked off. And so my grandma, she swings the car door open and she was like, yo, daddy dead, baby. And I like froze because that statement made it so real. Mm-hmm. Even though I had already voiced it, you know, it was just like, you was just like frozen. And so my uncle got out the backseat, not the one that got shot, a different one. My daddy got a lot of brothers. And so he swung the door open and he was just stuttering. And I was just like, where's my mama? Like, where's my mama at? And so the police was like, she was like, I can walk you over there, but you have to stay calm and you can't look to your left. Because my dad was still laying out there because the homicide detectives and everybody had to come. And so I walked to the other side and my mom sees me and she just like kind of fell into me. And, you know, I seen my brother, my little brother, and then when I seen him, I was like who else got shot? Like now I need the story. Because I'm coherent, you know, like I'm present, like I'm still, because I just felt like that was so important for me to know before I actually pulled up that my dad was already gone. Because if I would have found out there, I know it was a split second, but it was important for me to have that moment to myself to cry before I needed to be strong for my family. Yeah. So, you know, everybody's crying, the newscast is coming, who can speak, it was crazy. But, then I remember I started looking for my phone. I don't even know how my phone got in one of my other family members' cars. And I grabbed my phone and I called my best friend. And I was like, girl, my daddy got killed. And she was just like speechless. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, just call me back as soon as you can, whatever. That also, when I was able to heal and also reflect too, this is steering off topic just a little bit, but when I was able to heal and reflect, I realized that you knew you weren't with the right person, because when you with the right person, that's the first person you think to call in the midst of tragedy, in the midst of joy, in the midst of happiness, in the midst of excitement, in the midst of opportunity. It's the first person you think of to call. I never called her. I never called her. I just looked, didn't even think to call this person. You know what I'm saying? Didn't even think like you finna run to my rescue and you finna be here for me. Didn't think none of that. Just thought, I need to talk to my circle, my community. And if you don't feel like that about somebody else, you need to move around, you know? Real. So anywho, all of that went on, and then 24 hours later, that was the hardest day of my life.
That's because when it hit, like fully?
No. It didn't fully hit until about a month and a half later for me. So, but it registered the next day. Because immediately it went into the business of death. Like, where the funeral gonna be? Which home? Now we gotta pay for, you need to dig a hole. Then you gotta put a damn tombstone. Then I'm like, we talking about the prices? We don't know. And then my dad was killed on the 9th of September. His birthday was that same month. It was on the 22nd. I had 3 other family deaths that same week. And so me and my dad were already talking about what he wanted and stuff like that. And it wasn't weird because we got other people in our family that's dying. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like a conversation.
It was just a regular conversation. And he was like, Stank, don't have nobody down like at my service, because I pop up, you know? And he was like, and why everybody wear all black? That shit's so depressing. Like, and I just remembered all of those things whenever it came time to planning the service and navigating through the business of it all. And I was like, everybody got to wear purple. It's his favorite color. Like, everybody got to wear purple, period. And, like, some of the family members was, like, debating with me. My mom was like, it's not a debate. I just talked to him the day before yesterday, and he said all that black is fucking depressing. He don't want that shit at his shit. He said he gonna pop up, and he don't play when he say he gonna pop up, okay? So, you know, we purpled that church out. I praise danced, and all of it was about servitude and honor for my dad, period. He was a big family man. Everybody was his family. Everybody that he met. I mean, when I tell you, I ain't never seen that many people at no funeral. It was ridiculous. I mean, people were standing up. We was out of seats, and we had 200 seats. People were standing up in the back, like, and that's about impact, honestly, and that's how it's supposed to be when we live our lives. Like, it's not about how many people show up, but it's about how the people show up. Like, those people made sure they prioritize being there. Like, because this man done something from them. Like, we had to limit. Y'all can't come up in here talking no 5 minutes. That's too much time. The kids can talk 5 minutes. But y'all last got about 30 seconds because, baby, the service is going to keep going. But what I was saying is it registered for me the next day. Navigating through the business of death, it was important for me to really talk about that on social media because people don't know for real. They're like, dying is high. Dying is expensive, okay? And you don't know until somebody be done died for it. Y'all ass ain't got life insurance you need to find and get some. I'm telling you right now, it ain't just a business. All of it is a business, but yeah, get that. But I think I didn't really lose it until they was like, we can't plan daddy service for next weekend. We gotta plan it the weekend after that because we gotta go to Uncle Ernest's funeral this weekend. Like, we have funerals back to back to back. So, and I'm like, bro, don't nobody else in the family come. I don't care who else die. Shit, don't call me, please. I can't take it. But it was like, they was like, yeah, we can't do it that week, so we got to do it the weekend of the 22nd. And that's when I threw my hands up and I just was like, I can't believe it. And then my mama's friend was right there and she was like, of course I know what's wrong, but like in this moment, like, I feel like your anger is surfacing. I said, because that's my daddy's birthday weekend. That's when it hit, you know? And so I took a break outside, and then that next day I got pissed off all over again because the detectives that were over the case, we blowing up his phone like, you got any details? This motherfucker's still out. He just shot my daddy. He's still out. Mm-hmm. This man told us that he was spending time with his family, and he was off. I said, sir, you ain't passed the case to nobody. This at work. So then we got in touch with the lieutenant. So I literally thought I was finna be one of those people that go and get on social media and they ass blow up viral because of a situation like this. You know, this is critical. Like, yeah. Even if you never dealt with something like this in your life, you know the first 48. Y'all seen the first 48 is the most damn important of a case. And this nigga just lollygagging around out in the streets. Like, we not finna do that. Now, for my daddy, we not finna do that. Somebody finna get got around here. Whether that damn government get your ass or we finna go get your ass. You know? So it was just like, y'all not finna play with my daddy like this. Now, somebody need to do something. That's what I know. I'm trying to keep my sanity, and I'm not trying to react out of emotion, but the level of composure and the mental fortitude that you have to have in that moment to not blow the shit up, call the news, and do the absolute most, and just hold on. Just hold on. Just keep on. That was just God. Just guiding me through the entire thing. And basically, my little brother just ended up being like, yo, I'm finna go get the footage. And he rode and he picked up the footage and everything, and we sent that over to the detectives. These people weren't trying to help us, and they ain't their family member. They don't give a damn. Mm-hmm. And most of them is clear folks. So if you ain't riding about it and following up, baby, I can only imagine.
In the courtroom, I don't know how it works, but in the courtroom, mm-hmm. his people and all the ones in there too.
Yeah. Your family sitting there, his family sitting there too. Everybody just keep your composure, because if you break character, then you can it can hurt you, because now they like, oh, well, see, the family's aggressive. The family, they can't control themselves.
So what was their justification of 12 years?
There is no justification. It's the jury's decision. They get to go and meet in the back, and then they get to come back with a decision on how much time the person is gonna get based off of all of the evidence that has been presented. That's how it works. They decided
12 years for that.
And they decided 12 years. And we went to the back with, and keep in mind, now 12 years. When you get 12 years, you bust that down the middle. It ain't the whole 12 years. So it's 6 years. And then keep in mind, this happened almost 2 years ago. So a little over 4 years is what you got. That's just for my dad's case. We haven't gone through my uncle's stuff yet.
He's been in jail. Right?
He's been in jail since after that. Correct. Okay. So he got, basically, after we turned in the footage and everything, the detective called us back. Yeah, we got him. We got him. He in jail. Come to find out, this man turned himself in. He called his lawyer and asked him what's the best thing for him to do. And he said it's going to look good in court if you go ahead and turn yourself in, because they're going to be like, dang, he was remorseful. When I tell you, I looked this man in his eyes in court, no remorse, don't care.
They just trying to get out.
Just ready to get out. I mean, they pulling up letters from the that he's writing to his family in jail on how he views black people and how black people ain't this, ain't that. And how he want to be a gangster. That's you allowed to present that in court. They could be utilized against you. The letters that you write into your family and it didn't help nothing. But it taught me a lot about white people.
Yeah.
It taught me how they view black life. Oh well, it was just a black person that died, so
6 years, basically.
yeah, like that's a lot. That's a lot of time. Yeah, and that's where the logic kicked in for me. So when they called me to the stand, I said, I'm grateful that he got something because I know how this system is set up, but I'm very disappointed. Keep in mind, the jurors are all looking at you now. Mm-hmm. And I said, I told them who my dad was because out of all of the people that we didn't put on this stand, the only person who ain't here is my daddy. And so I spoke for him. I stood up for him. And then I said, if y'all don't take nothing away from this whole experience, this whole trial, all y'all ass need to go to therapy. And I said it just like that. Because your psyche is fucked up.
Nah, facts.
You're sick. And I
like
looked over
how he did it, everything. Like, the whole story is like, that's all he got.
It's unreal. It's just totally unreal. And me as a criminal justice major, I'm immediately thinking like,
that's not even how they go.
Like, you take a life, nigga, you get a life. And then you almost took my uncle out, too. So, it should be, I'm thinking it's in the bag. And we got it on film, 2 different angles. Like, I'm thinking it's just in the bag. I'm not thinking, there's no way you could have told me it was going to be a bad result like that. And I looked over to the guy who shot my daddy and my uncle, and I said, I forgive you because you sick. And I pray for you, and I hope that you get the help that you need so whenever you do get out, you don't do this to somebody else's family. And I looked back over at the white people, and I said, and we gonna hope that it ain't none of y'all damn family members.
Yeah, you ate that. I ain't gonna lie though.
And I got off there. I got up from that stand because you need to understand that you just put somebody who's extremely dangerous back into society. Yeah. And so I stood up, and I told, we ain't supposed to get up there doing all that cussing. So I told the judge, thank you for letting me get my piece out. It's the least y'all could have motherfucking did.
Not for real.
And she was white too, but I said, this is all the more confirmation that I need. I'm going to law school. It's too many people, and I feel like the person who represented us did a phenomenal job. It's honestly nothing that they could have done better. But when you got an audience of people who already got their mind made up, I straight up asked, I said, why you ain't got nobody black in the jury? And one of the DAs told me, because it would be biased. So I said, interesting. Because don't you think it's biased to have Hispanic people inside of the mix and a Hispanic person did the act? So, baby.
They picked the jury, right?
The jury is selected by both of the DAs. The family of the person who passed, which would be me and my family, were not able to be present. The person who was the killer was allowed to be present during the selection of the jury, along with his lawyer, on who they want on there and who they don't.
It's all fucked.
It's all fucked.
That's all you can say.
Listen,
it's all fucked.
So, and then that's another thing, too, that I want to put out there. Like, if y'all got jury selection and y'all ass is black, take y'all ass to jury selection because you don't know what case that's present, and we need to be there representing, period. Even if it's just one of us. I just feel like if we had one damn black person on the goddamn jury, they wasn't gonna let no damn 12 years ride for taking somebody's life. That's crazy.
Like that, especially.
Like in the way that you did, senseless. Over $600. Crazy as hell. So, but that's, I'm not accepting of that's our system. I'm more accepting of when somebody got the balls or the courage to say any rule that is existent right now can be changed, then that's when change happened, period. But who got the balls to do it? Because everybody keep, oh, well, you could get death threats, so you can, baby, like I said earlier, I ain't scared to be with my daddy and I ain't scared to be with God. So somebody needs to get all of their shit in order so they can stand up for what's going on. Because, and it don't have to be in this space. Like, it's not saying like, we need more black lawyers, even though we do. It's really just like whatever lane that you were called to be in, you need to get connected with God and be in your damn lane. Because when stuff like this going on, serve your purpose. Serve your purpose fully, though. Don't just halfway step in and step up. Like, fully show the fuck up for whatever it is that God told you to do. Like, we all need it in every single area. I don't care if you I don't care if you a stay-at-home mom. I don't care. You better do the best damn job that you can do,
for real.
because that was somebody's child still.
I actually
You
learned
see,
yesterday
they did that.
Like, my obedience and stuff like that could be tied to, like, just like for an example, could be tied to like your win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't know how impactful. You know, I'll always be like, oh, like people trying to take from me. Like, allow them to. Like I really learned that yesterday. Like me, like that's really why I'm happy I got back into my podcast, because actually the person who I was talking to was the reason why I stopped doing it. They told me that God told them I should stop doing this. God didn't tell me that though.
Okay.
And like,
listen.
I lied and I prayed. I lied and I was like, oh, I'm gonna pray about it. And then like, because I didn't want to feel like I was like less holy, I was like, yeah, God told me that too. But God didn't tell me that. I just assumed like they was more holy than me, so I was like, oh yeah, I guess God told me that too. But then I learned yesterday, like, it's okay, it sounds stupid, whatever. That's my true girl.
No,
but,
listen, it don't sound stupid. I'm processing somebody. You got to be careful on who you seeking wisdom from, or who you receiving offerings from. That's why I learned, stop giving folks advice. You can offer something that you may feel is better for them. Maybe they felt like you needed to redirect your podcast to a better topics, but that's what they should have said. Not that God said that you should stop doing this. You know, it's false prophets out here for real. So you have to be careful. And like you said, I'm glad you did the right thing. You went and prayed with yourself, and you like, baby, I ain't hear that. Listen.
And I kept trying to pray on it. I just
and
wasn't
ain't no
hearing
such
it. It
thing
wasn't
as
no
holier.
response.
Ain't no such thing as holier than you.
Too, yeah.
Hello.
I definitely learned that too. So then, like, I learned yesterday that like your obedience and like your blessings and your gifts are like can help other people and serve other people.
It's attached to people. Like, that is the importance of showing up fully and doing whatever it is that God told you to do. I don't care if everybody told you to go to medical school. If you know your ass supposed to own a daycare, if you don't open it up by next year.
She was in medical school all that, and she was like, right before she had to write like some letter or something for school, she was like, I don't want to do this. And she went with her like dream and stuff like that.
Listen, you got to listen to God. You can't be listening to what everybody else. Sometimes your parents is wrong.
I learned that too. You know when I learned my parents was wrong?
Your parents are humans.
I let them down.
They humans too. They not God. Like, you have to listen to God. Okay?
Yeah, I don't think they're no prophet.
Yeah.
But I be listening too much to people thinking they like smarter, wiser, all that. Cause I be thinking I'm so flawed, where I be thinking like, yeah, I guess they gotta be right, because I don't know no better. But I know better.
You know better in your art, in your lane, and that's the importance of it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
That's
you may
that's
not
really
know
good.
better like we were talking about earlier. You may not know better about certain things in a relational space. Like, don't beat yourself up about it. Seek wisdom from people that are married or are in healthy relationships or are navigating a certain obstacle in a relationship better than you. That's where you seek. But when you know this your art and you know that you are in your lane with your calling and your purpose and your projects, that's where you got to go to God. That's when you get to spend such intimate time with God and with yourself, so you can hear your own damn thoughts come to surface. Because when you hear your own damn thoughts again, that's why I promise, I wish social media was shut down for just a year so everybody can hear their own goddamn self think again.
That's real.
Like, you can't hear yourself think because you worried about what this person or that person is doing, you know, or what they saying or how they went about it. There's no right way to get to the result. Like, there are multiple avenues. Like, listen to yourself and walk the avenue that you got. But everybody terrified to be in a lane. Like, you gotta be okay with being an army of one. That's what success is to me. Like, you have to be okay with walking the path that is for you. You can't walk with everybody. As much as we want to hold hands and skedaddle down the lane together, we can't always do that. Like, I might get to high five you when I take a water break, but you can't walk my path with me. I have to walk this thing, you know?
That's real.
Yeah.
All right, so for my next topic I want to get into is, I know you said that once, like, with the passing of your dad, that's when more so you, like, felt the presence of God, right? Mm-hmm. So are you religious or are you just, like...
yeah, I'm a Christian.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Let's dive into this topic.
I'm a new Christian.
Period. So, a lot of my don't judge, babe. A lot of my mess up is based off, I put too much into a relationship. That's my first one, though. I ain't never been in a relationship before. Very much first one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Lost myself. It's okay. Mm-hmm.
Been there.
Okay, cool. So we fair. Like, my first one, I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. Even with that, I feel like I followed their lead with every decision I made, even with my religious decisions, to the point where, like, I ended up start going to a church where I knew the whole time I was not attached to it. I did not feel like I was in line to that. But because I wanted to make sure we were spiritually aligned, I just went ahead and like did it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. Like, we're gonna try this. To the point where it was like, all right, I feel like I'm just like my personal journey I had right before like start talking to them again. I realized like I don't even be like feeling it. I'm like, I'm okay to like mess up again. It's okay. Like, I feel like confined to just making mistakes. Girl, I ended up being Mormon. I know.
What you mean? I know.
Girl, I thought I was Mormon.
You thought
Well, I
you
didn't
were
think I
Mormon.
was
Okay,
Mormon.
okay, gotcha.
But I went to a Mormon church, joined the Mormon church, did all that. And it was just like, no. Like, no. Like, no. Like, no. Like, so no matter what, even how I was portraying everything, like, I grew up going to church, grew up in a Christian household. Like, I knew it. I know it. I do know it.
Yeah.
But I think I suffocated that so much to the point where I was like, okay, I'm going to act like I'm naive to this. But like, okay, I'm going to go to this Mormon church, see what it's about. I don't want to be too judgmental, because that was a big thing. I wanted to make sure, like, okay, maybe I'm being ignorant and judgmental.
Yeah.
And I still feel like there's some good people, but it's like, that's just not aligned to me. I don't think everything is, I'm not aligned to that.
Right.
So how did you make your, like, well, first of all, how you feel about the whole, like, me basically choosing religion based off, like, I can say it out loud now. It's embarrassing to say, but, like, I did make a lot of my decisions based off relationship.
No, I did. I did too. Like, so before I identified with Christianity, I was very vocal about not. Like, one of my closest friends is a pastor, nearly a pastor. Like, so I remember just telling him, like, dude, like, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. Basically, I want to let you know I ain't Christian.
I feel it.
And he was like, okay. I thought this was like, this man's finna cut me off.
Yeah, like.
And he was like, okay, I still love you. And I was like, you do? Like, really? And then after I went through all of what I went through, he reintroduced me to it. And it's like I had different ears to listen to what it is that he was trying to tell me all along. And I was like, oh, I see here. But in regards to your direct church experience, if you will, and how that relationship, I'm a realtor. And so they tell you that the most important decision that you're going to make in your life is where you live. I disagree. It is who you surround yourself with, and it is who you choose to be in relationship with. So if you don't master that, then you in for a hell run, respectfully. Okay? So don't carry shame there. You know, don't carry shame and like, oh, well, I didn't choose the right person, so this is how I kind of ended up here. Like, baby, you talking to somebody who was into crystals, into borderline witchcraft. Yeah. Didn't even know that's what it was, but that's kind of where I went with it. You know, got an altar set up, and then somehow the Bible ain't there no more type of situation. So coming into listening to myself and not listening to people that I was in partnership with, that's when I started going back to church, because I had some just difficult things going on. And so when I got back to church, I'm like, I don't feel judged here. I don't feel like it's an uncomfortable space. Like, why not go to church? And my favorite part is the worship. Yeah. So, baby, I'll be, hey, you know, so, and that's always been a part of me, even when I so-called detach myself from Christianity. I'm still jamming gospel. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So I just remember trying to get my partner to come with me. Like, let's come. It was always an excuse. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go. I'm not finna pressure somebody to doing something that they don't want. Even though whenever it was something that they wanted me to do, I was always, showing up. Because that's your heart. So it's not that, like, you don't love right or you should have done. But it's really just come down to that's just not the person. Like, everybody feel like they should love better or they should love a different way until they meet the right person. And they get it. Like, this, it was supposed to be this easy all along. But the continuous settling, like, it's something that you mentioned in regards to, like, I knew this didn't align with me, but I still went anyway. That's a form of self-betrayal. So I just feel like when you stop people-pleasing, then you stop the self-betrayal. And when you stop the self-betrayal, you allow you to fully show up for real. Like, it's like you got to kind of dig at, like, why am I fearful of saying no when I know that no is going to really serve me? Like, I think when you can really get a grip on that, you're going to have so much ease and peace, more peace in your life. And you'll be able to, you know, just kind of navigate a little better.
Yeah, so the biggest thing I feel like I'm getting to, like, slowly but surely I'm getting there, is like yesterday I went to like this entrepreneur thing for like Christians, and it was cool. I don't do stuff like that. Yeah. And I went nervous. And I liked it. And, like, I wasn't talking at first. I was just, like, listening. And then, like, did the activity where we had to find a partner. And I was like, okay, let me get a partner.
Yeah.
And it was cool. Like, I was able to just be more expressive. And, like, I guess, like, my thing that I do, like, I guess that would be a form of my healing is I love making people laugh. I don't know. Like, when people be laughing.
Because it's
I be
medicine.
like, got you laughing.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's
yeah,
medicine.
Be eating me up.
Hello.
So, like, it was like, we was talking about a guy. I don't even know what I was saying. Like, I think that's what made me funny because, like, I don't even be saying jokes. I just be talking. And
Right.
people be thinking it's funny. And I
Right.
like,
No,
okay.
that happens to me too.
Yeah, be
I'll be
like-
like, damn, everybody laughing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of funny. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So they started laughing. I was like, okay, I feel comfortable. Like, okay, because really you laughing, I really just being myself. So it's like,
Right.
oh,
You feel welcome.
Okay,
And
like-
accepted. Yeah.
that felt good. So it was
Yeah.
like, okay, like I'm gonna go back. I definitely when I left, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back next week. Like I already knew, like I'm gonna go back next week. I'm gonna show up.
Right.
Then it was like,
I want to go.
nah, facts. Everybody hit me up somebody want to go. So I gotta hit them with like, can more people come?
Yeah.
So then it was like, all right, I got to piggyback on that too. Something I've been feeling a while back. Ooh, I got to stop talking my mouth to everybody. That person. So then I end up realizing that, and again, my downfall, I keep saying it because I guess I'm trying to like, it's my form of disclaimer. I got to break out of that. But it was that relationship that had a lot of me just fucking up. I really did fuck up that relationship. I moved away from all my friends. Like, didn't have not a friend in sight. Kept saying I was lonely all the time. If that person would talk to me, I was lonely. I got to be by myself when I'm in isolation because you in isolation. We in isolation. This person not for me. This person may waste a little water on me today. Now they a bad person, needs to go to hell. Like, all type of stuff. We just realized when I start, like, secretly detaching.
Right.
Like, I'm in your face, but it's like,
I did
secretly I
that.
know, like.
I did that. Yeah. Yeah.
I started realizing, like, no, let me text that friend again. Let me reconnect with this friend. Okay, let me reconnect with this friend. Like, because I know that's how people, like, don't reconnect with these people. But, like, no, baby, I left these people on some flawed shit. Like, I did some
You
flawed
knew it
shit.
was you,
Yeah,
not nothing
like,
that they did.
In the
Yeah.
midst of it, I probably thought, like, oh, they're not holy. You're not doing this. But, like, nah, that's still my daughter and showed up many a times. Even when
Yeah.
I was crying about your ass.
Right.
So, like, I had to rekindle with certain friends where it's, like, it just went like that. Like, it's back natural.
Yeah.
They doing better, all that stuff. Then it was like, okay, I have balance. All right, I don't feel like I should be confined to just, we have to pray every time. We have to
Right.
do this all
It
the
must
time.
be
It has
all
to,
Christian
like,
friends. Yeah.
It was like, no. Like,
Yeah.
I think like a few weeks ago, I had like, I was like, let's go to a door. Drive. I was like, let's go to a door. It was like, okay, I had fun. I didn't fucking sell my soul in here.
Right.
Like, I had fun. It was cool. It was a fun night with my friends, and I got to see somebody I ain't seen like years again. It was
Right.
like, wow, I really enjoyed myself.
Right.
And it was like, okay, I feel like. Then my friend from St. Louis came who I ain't seen in the whole year. Hid that from her that like she was coming. Went outside and it was like, Kim, I was doing the podcast. She brought her girlfriend. I never met her girlfriend. Was like, I don't know. She was like, hey, I watched your podcast, and like she told me she's not doing it no more, but you need to do it. She was like, I watched one with your mom. And it was like, like, okay, I remember that feeling when I did the podcast was because, like, okay, I was on here healing. I was on here, like, speaking my truth. Then we went outside, right? I ain't been outside in forever. Truthfully, at that moment, like, I ain't been outside in forever. Hair wasn't done. I had the afro out, baby. I was not prepared to be outside. Just looking rough. Just, my friend here, I got to go outside. Ugh. And people just start, like, coming to me like, oh, my God, like, I know you from somewhere. Oh, I love your podcast. This one girl spooked me because, girl, it was, like, out of nowhere. It was, like, this is not how people usually do it. She was like, I just want to let you know that you really helped me get through a lot of stuff. Whole time it's like, bitch, I'm depressed as fuck right now sitting in the goddamn club. And it's like, I ain't even doing a podcast. And I think the biggest question was more so like, I had brought my nieces and nephews up here when I was trying to redirect the show.
Yeah.
And I started taking this shit down. And my niece came back here and she was like, and I know my mom would say my niece look up to me. I never like realized that until she said this. She was like, why are you taking this down? And I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna do something different. She was like, why? This is so iconic. And it was just like, okay. Then my nephew was out there playing on like this stuff I had bought. Cause he like, they young. So like they into Twitch and all that stuff. He just, I got them up at 3 o'clock in the morning. They up just on the stuff, playing with stuff. I'm just like, bro, my obedience gonna help them.
Yeah. Like there's
Like,
something here.
I can get this all to them. If I'm really done with this and get up there, here nephew, there you go, here niece, whatever you want to do with it, talk, he got a mic, she got to buy nothing. And it's like, why did I stop anything? And I feel like I kept listening to people right when it's like I'm about to knock at that next door. And it's like, I have bad imposter syndrome.
Explain imposter syndrome, because I never could get into it. I don't think I've ever gotten the full definition of it. It's one of them terms you keep hearing on social media, but you never actually Google it.
So my version of it is, I have 2 little ways that shows up in my life.
Okay.
I can use my brother for example, right? My brother do music. At the time, there was an instant where me and my brother was both doing music at the same time. He rap, I sing, cool. It was a time when we was at my granny house, and my granny was like, oh, Zion, play your music. Like, it was at like we having a party she wanted to listen to, because they got a song they just love. Like, okay, cool. But my brother was there, so I didn't want to play it because I feel like, oh, y'all never. In my head, I was like, he gonna feel some type of way. They never asked to play his music. I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I was like, no. So I felt like it was more so like and I do this more so in a lot of instances. By using that to give you an example, like I water myself down to make other people feel like, oh, I'm not up here. Like I'm right here with you. And I do that so much. And the other version is more so like
that's really relatable.
When opportunities do come. So like I had an opportunity where like, and I think I had told her about it. I had an opportunity where like, okay, I go interview all these people. I could do this. I could do that. I could do that. I could do this. And then somehow I was like, nah, don't do it. Like you good, or you too shy. And it's like, you just have to write in my little post about like what the devil tell you, and it's like I gotta stop owning that I'm shy.
You gotta stop what?
Owning that I'm shy. I'm not shy.
You're not shy.
I don't know why, but it's like
you may get nerves like a human, but you're not a shy person. Just like you getting to the starting point of this legacy is literally like you're here because shy doesn't exist in you. It doesn't live in you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like. You're able to pour out and articulate yourself in a way that other people can just really process, and then you go off the cliff with it too, which is where the humor comes in. That's why you often look up and people are laughing and you just speaking the real shit and you confused, like why these niggas laughing? And you like, because you're saying shit that they would just think and they would leave in their brain. Like
the whole time you saying
and the whole time you been you like, bro, I just thought that like last night and this nigga just said it and all these people are watching like what? Like and the same exact things happen to me because I be looking around like, why is these motherfuckers laughing? I didn't say a joke.
Yeah, what was funny, y'all?
What was funny? But sometimes it's just the way that you say certain things that it's funny. Or you may laugh and other people bust out laugh because your laugh is just contagious. That's the light. And you talked about being in the dark, which now I identify the darkness is like when you got to keep dimming yourself. You really got to reevaluate your circle when you got to keep dimming yourself. Because that's how I knew, baby, them ain't your damn friends. Your ass is holding on to good news, finna blow your damn eyes out of socket, trying to hold in good news because you don't want to feel like you stepping on somebody's toes or they whole life is falling apart. And you can, when you got a good friend and they whole life is falling apart, and when they ask you how you doing, you ain't gotta come up with some shit that's falling apart. Baby, my life is good.
Okay, so this is how I feel about
that,
right?
But a real ass friend is gonna hold space for all of your good, even though they might not be in that exact same season. But a real friend would. But somebody that got some other dark people or spirits that's attached to them. Some people got demons for real, okay?
Yeah, facts.
And if they a dark ass person, they gonna try to suck all that energy out of you. So when you keep finding yourself people pleasing, keep finding yourself overextending, just try it in just micro forms to start exercising that muscle. Like
I did today.
Hello.
So like the person again, I keep talking about this one person because even when you say like the friends, I'm thinking like. Yeah, I ain't never like with my friends. My friends have been very supportive. Actually, all the people in my life are very supportive, very inquisitive, very like, oh, you do this, you got this. I don't have no friend I could be like I had one friend, the boy you was on the podcast with. That's the only friend was like, fuck no, no, had to go. But everybody else has always been like solid. They might not be doing everything properly, but I can say I have supportive friends. It's that one person who I know like. Today was the first day. Like yesterday, last night they said they had a moment where they was like in their head about their career. We basically had the same career path, not really, but media period.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, I know yesterday I filmed. I wanted to tell you I filmed, but I hid that. Okay, today it was like, what you doing? Are you okay? Even they just said, like, I'm having this little insecure moment about my filming journey. And I decided to be like, I'm finna go film. Like, yeah.
Period.
Hope it motivates you. That's really how I felt. But it's also signing me that's me also saying that because, like, now this could be the bad and the good. And two things, I'm detached and I want you to feel that. That with my detachment comes that I'm about to keep going. Because, like,
absolutely.
No, I'm not about to sit in the house. I'm about to go film. Shawty, like,
yeah. And that's the best way.
Hope it motivates you, truly.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like my biggest thing was like more so like, damn, that's crazy. But like, yeah, I would just sit in it with them. So I would find things to sit with them with. Like, oh, you going through a lot? And then something happened on July 4th where it was. I was having a good day. My mom was coming up first time seeing my apartment. I had marinated the chicken a day ago. I knew it was gonna be good. Right. It was my time to shine. They didn't text me, so I finally had texted them like before my mom got there, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" They was like, something like they was just going through something. It seemed very traumatic, but it was like, like
draining.
Like
you sucking the light out of me.
Like on July 4th, God damn, like it's always something. But like it's like I hate that it's something for real. I do.
Yeah.
But God, sheesh, like.
It's always something with your
It's
ass. You
like-
gotta play some type of role or responsibility in
it's
this.
like, it really had nothing, like, I don't know, because it was situated, it was like, it's not even, like, in Houston with you, but it's like, why is it always just, like, it's, like, negative. Like, it's like, bro, I just
Yeah.
want to have a good day. Like, I would love to hear you just had a good day today.
Yeah, hello.
And, like, I think, like, I just found myself trying to, like, nurture that and meet them, I guess I'm healing. I've been trying to stay at that level with them and scared of my success. Because I know, like, the next step of me getting away from you is that, and it's like, I can't backtrack to that. Because once I get up there, I do truly believe. I used to say that joke all the time to my friends. I said it so long, so this my true, y'all. Can't be all the niggas down here. This cannot be.
Right.
I know when I get up there, I'm going to find some better ones. So, like,
Absolutely.
it's like, damn, get it
Absolutely.
together now. Because once I get up there, like, what if? You know
But
what
you
I'm
know,
saying?
some people view that as like the hardest part of the healing journey. It's like it's not gonna be the same people, but it's really not. Because as soon as I connected to God, like I remember walking into my mama's room and being like, this person not gonna be in my life next month, or I gotta cut this cousin off next week because they did X. Like I was getting those downloads that like this
You
person.
cut family off?
Baby, that's a whole nother podcast for another day. Listen, I had to block my grandmother.
Well, really?
Listen.
The one that happened at the house? That?
Listen.
Oh. Wow.
Listen.
Wait.
Look, I'm gonna have to tell you that off camera. My God. But death brings
People, characters out.
listen, and my dad had prepared all of this for that. So I think too, like some people view it as strength, but for me it was like it was perspective, upbringing. Because my dad, my dad only clocked in twice for people his whole life. Twice. He was an entrepreneur. Damn. Okay. His
good.
name was Turkey, and he made turkey everything. Turkey legs, stuff with the mac and cheese, turkey nachos, turkey burgers. Like
sound good,
he
bro.
went like my whole life. My daddy was a huge cook, right? So you pass the good stuff down like that, but you also pass down perspective when it comes to dealing with people as well.
My
How
dad
you
did
gonna
that
go
too.
about handling your circle and categorizing people in your life. And so anytime that somebody would step out of line, my daddy would tell their ass that they was out of line. He ain't have no filter. When I told him I was in a same-sex relationship and he tried to talk and preach the gay up out of me, child, this man closed the conversation with, all I have to say is, I hope y'all both find y'all a nice man.
Period.
That's what he said. He didn't just speak like that to his kids. He spoke like that to everybody that he knew. You crossed him, you was gonna know that you crossed him, right? So how he handled when people no longer was compatible or supportive of him, he would cut their ass. You see what I'm saying? So other people is like, Bria, you strong as fuck. Like you was just able to drop them. And I'm like, girl, I was raised around this. Like my daddy didn't play with motherfuckers. When you know somebody not aligned with you, it's time to move around.
So I have a friend, right, who I knew I was gonna text him today on the way here. I was gonna text him and be like, you got one more time to like not show up when you say you're gonna show up, and I'm gonna like move around. And it could be simple shit like, oh, we going to McDonald's, you don't show up, like you go MIA. But it's like, stop doing that with my motherfucking time. Like
Say that. Hey,
I think I've said it
and
one
you don't-
time, but not serious enough.
I was finna say, sometimes people feel like, oh, well, that's mean if I say it that way. Okay, you can say, hey, it really means the world to me when you show up on time. And if you said that it means the world to you for me to be present on time and I give a damn about how you feel, my ass finna come on time. I came up in here 5 minutes late. I'm so sorry. Fresh off the clock. Because you need to respect people's time. Like, that's the most expensive thing in the world. Time is the most expensive thing. So if I'm telling you that I'm uncomfortable by you being late and you get offended by it instead of just course correcting, you ain't my type of people. And I'm not talking about no damn 5-10 minutes late. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that show up 2 hours
what I'm
late.
talking about.
You know what I'm saying? You disrespectful. And I had stuff to do.
Nah,
you know, when you
facts.
like that, and I'm telling you, hey, this makes me uncomfortable. Like, if you are late though, can you just let me know so we can reschedule for a different day where you have a little more time? When you genuine with people and it's not as aggressive, like you know who to be aggressive with and who
Facts.
who you don't. You gotta just put a little sweet on it for them. Like people that don't know me, they get a little bit of a softer version. People that know me. Look now, you know damn well. Because you know me, you know what I'm saying? And they know that when people get to know your heart, then they know how you present certain things. So you could be a little sensitive, or you can even tell me, hey, friend, like, I understand where you was coming from, but you could have said it better than that. Because I'm working on my delivery. Because, baby, I done got to cutting folks off down.
Nah, facts.
But it was a person where I was terrified to cut them off because I didn't feel like telling them why I was cutting them off. It was like I had collected flags on them for years. Like, but I didn't have the language to identify like what they was actually doing directly to me.
That's real.
But then when I developed the language and I got that clarity and I was able to pinpoint it, like this is not aligning with me because your ass is disloyal. You disloyal to other people, but because I'm watching you be disloyal to other people,
bothers you.
it bothers the fuck out of me because you're not aligning with my value system now. You're not aligning with, no, it's not gonna work. I don't even got no man, and I don't trust you around my man. That's how I know. You know, that is spiritual to me. Like, when you getting downloads like that by just paying attention to somebody, you know who's supposed to be in your space and who's not supposed to be in your space. But you got to be real with yourself about
I think
it.
some of us try to like keep friends in our life that we have for years, and sometimes it's like some people just don't be growing.
Some people don't grow, and you got to go. Cause I'm finna keep growing.
Nah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta identify for yourself what are your deal breakers for your community. Cause I couldn't tell that person like, hey, I actually feel like you disloyal as fuck because I watched you do X, Y. Because I'm not finna get all the way into it. You get to decide who you want to give all that dialogue to and who you don't. And while I'm very elaborative and I really want to tell you the why, I don't even feel like you gonna. If I don't feel like your mental capacity is gonna even process all that,
it is what it is.
What I ended up saying is, I changed my phone number and I picked a couple of people out that phone who I wanted to have a new number, and that's what it is. Baby, I got 10 contacts in that goddamn phone, but it's okay because I got my peace. And yes, it do get a little boring sometimes. It might get lonely here and there, but I got my damn peace. I ain't got nobody sneaky or grimy around me. I ain't gotta, dim my light. Like, no, like, life's too short for that, man. Like, we got vibrant ass auras. We gotta have vibrant ass auras around us, people that's doing big shit. And that's another thing that I want to tell you. Like, sometimes your self-doubt ain't even that. Like, you're identifying it as that, but really, like, when you expand your vocabulary, you'll just recognize that within yourself, you're just doing a lot of big shit, Merrick. You're doing a lot of big shit at one time, and you trying to piece it all together because that's what this life is. And you experiencing obstacles in the midst of it, and you're learning yourself, and you're nurturing a relationship with God, and you got all this newness coming in, and you're trying to cultivate a community to attach with this new you. Like, all of that is the turbulence of life. So, like, embrace that. Like, don't say, like, no, that ain't you doubting yourself. That ain't imposter syndrome. I don't feel like that's imposter syndrome what you named. I really don't. I just feel like you're just very explorative in the journey that you are, and you're paying close attention. Like, that's actually self-aware as fuck, and that's inspiring, and that's what people see when they watch your platform. So you need to keep pouring out. Even if you ain't producing content, keep coming up with ideas. Keep writing your shit down. Like, that's what it's about.
Facts.
Like, that's what the fuck it's about. That's nurturing your craft. That's what a lot of people not doing. That's why they sitting on their couch watching your shit all day, hating. That's why. Because the courage, to actually do what's put in you, to put it out. Like, you're getting it out.
Nah, that's real.
I am so proud of you, dude.
I appreciate you. I'm proud of you too, babe. You are really, like I said from the beginning, you are like one of the strongest people I know, babe. You be handling shit. Like, I don't know, but I do feel very motivated. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this was the talk that I needed. But before we wrap it up, I want you to just leave people with something to, like, if they could take this day to day with them, what would you tell somebody to, like, take with them? It could be like a verse, affirmation, or just you could just pop it. Hey, get off the couch, baby. Anything.
The first thing that really come to my mind is, like, your relationship with God is more important than anything in this life, and you don't have to attach it to a religion just because somebody else told you to. Like it's so many ways to connect with God, and I'm not a person that's gonna preach a religion because I just found the one that fits for me, But I really just want people to just try to depend on God for something. Like, pick one thing.
That's real.
To just give to God, like, for the first time. Like, just set it right in God's hands. Like, okay, I can think of this thing. I've been worried about it for a while. I feel like I've been stressing my brain about it. They say, like, most of our thoughts are repetitive. So we got 20,000 thoughts. At least 18,000 of them you thought the day before. So whatever you're worrying about, like, no matter what it is, like, just for the first time, just be like, okay, I'm going to take my hands off of it and see what God do. And watch. Oh, my God. And pay attention to what God do. And, like, I can't say everybody going to hear God's voice. I can't say everybody going to get a good result because they might not like the result. But, like,
True.
That was my first test of, am I going to be obedient? Because I prayed that removal prayer. And when I tell you God did a full sweep.
Yeah, I'm scared of that one. I be doing it. He always do it. Ugh.
I did it while I was in a relationship. And
Me
then
too. That's what made me get my clarity. Hey, clarity, hey. But yeah, like,
I prayed it and I got spiritually sick. And I thought it was a physical sickness because I was vomiting. It's like my body just started purging. And I remember getting to 26 pounds down, and 9 days later of me having no food, and I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, this is like, I'm not supposed to be, like,
you know.
you know. So, like, just give one thing to God. Like, if you never have before, like, just give it to God and watch how God work. And I'm telling y'all, I can't never in my life again say no universe. Like, what? It's crazy. Like, I would say that's the first thing that came to my head. And then also, like, we have to, yeah, my dad was killed. Yeah, I've experienced sexual assault. Yeah, I've dropped out of school. I went back. All of when you think about every obstacle that you've been through in your life, somebody has already walked the earth and been through that or worse. Somebody was dealt the exact same hand as you or worse, and they thrived with it. So whatever it is that you navigate and thrive with that shit. Like, you don't have to wear your trauma. You don't have to wear your trauma. I'm never going to look like what I'm going through.
You know what my fear was? I've been telling myself, I wrote yesterday night telling myself, that's my first time opening, honestly saying that, was that my biggest fear, the reason why I won't allow myself to win, is because I'm so scared when I finally get to the place I want to get to, all of my past is going to follow me and come up, like, just fuck it all up. And I just be thinking, like, what is your past that you so scared of?
I hope that's one of the lies of the enemy that you wrote down on that board yesterday.
Like, and that was the last one. When I finally was writing, I was like, wait, put that. Because that's really what, like, is holding you back, that you so scared that your past going to pop up.
Yeah.
But it's like,
wow.
My past is just some simple shit. When I, like, really, it's like some simple shit, like, oh, we all did that. Like, so I think, like, that's, like, what I'm learning, too, is just, like,
and that's something that I kept hearing, too, because I used to have that fear as well. Like, ooh, girl. Because, you know, you grow. You a whole nother person every week, you know? But it's like, everybody is going to keep evolving. Like, when I watch this back, I know it's going to be at least one thing where I'm going to find a little, like, oh, you could have said it this way. You know, it's always going to be that. But at the end of the day, it's like, but did you give it your all when you was doing it?
That's real.
You know, like, it's that simple to me. It's that simple to me. I'm not going to bask in the past. And that's one thing when I kept thinking about stepping back into the relationship, stepping back into the old version of myself. That's what kept surfacing. Those fears that you just described were surfacing. And when I tell you, it's so many different moments where I kept hearing the same message from different people in different spaces, it almost scared me. And that message was, don't look back, keep looking forward. That's everything back there is a distraction. And in the Bible, which I didn't open up till the first time till last year, it said it was I don't even know the lady, but it was a lady in the Bible who turned around, she turned into a pillar of salt. Stop turning around and keep looking forward, because that everything back there, you can't change it.
Facts.
You can't go back and fix nothing, you know? So just do the best with the next 24 hours. I got a lot of gems in that space. Maybe we'll be here for another hour.
Nah, that's real.
But what is yours? Like, what comes to you?
I think I just always just ask God, just show me how good it can get. I think more so just I live in, like, negative thoughts all the time. And, like, as I get closer to going back to work, like, for the school year and stuff like that, just knowing that, like, love is all around me. Like, shockingly, y'all be ready to go back to school because, like, okay, like, love is all around me. Like, and it's okay. And I think, like, I'm just, like, I don't know, just show me how good it can get. And I feel like with that, it's like I'm getting my clarity back. And it's like I'm just ready to just step into the next chapter. So if I keep asking God to show me how good it can get. But also, which I used to say it right, with no applying nothing to it.
Or no patience.
No patience, that too. But show me how good it can get cannot also be like sit on your couch all day and wait. Like,
right.
You gotta turn that computer on. You gotta edit something.
We go halfway.
You gotta open that Bible. You gotta go outside and take that walk. Like, so you gotta meet him where he is. So, yes, ask God to show you how good it can get, but also meet him where he wants you to be at and have obedience.
Yeah.
Yeah, just live for yourself, babe. I promise you, just live for yourself. Because really and truly, excuse my language, nobody really gives a fuck that much about what the fuck you're talking about. Baby, just fucking do it. Yeah. Because I promise you,
it's
just waiting.
It's something I heard, like, that just kind of registered, too, when you said that. It's like, why do we think we're more important than we actually are?
I had a friend in college, right? I fell out with her, though. But she said some shit I'm grown now. She was younger than me, too. It was like, that's some real nigga shit you said, bitch. Damn, bitch, you ate me up. She had said, I was stressed out how she wasn't doing this, that, and the third as my friend. And she was like, you need to realize that you are not the main character in everybody's life.
Ooh.
Now, at that time, bitch, what?
Yeah.
Now at this age, I'm
Wow.
like, when I think about stuff, when I'm like kind of getting mad at a friend who probably is like going through a lot of these moments, blah, blah, blah. I'm not the main character in their life. People are dealing with their own stuff. I'm not the main character in my mama's life. As bad as I probably think I am, I'm not.
Right.
When my daddy go to work, I used to be and be like, oh, well, like, he don't call when he at work. That man is at work.
Right.
I am not on his mind right now because he always say when he come in, he's like, I know you doing okay. You good. Like,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. So, like, that's nothing. Just know that, like, when you hyper focusing on, like, people need to do this for you, blah, 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 and trying to put all of your problems on other people and their actions, what they're not doing for you, because I used to do that. You're not the main character in everybody's life.
Yeah.
Focus on yourself, which I'm really talking to myself on camera. She said it for y'all, but I think I'm talking to myself. Focus on yourself and get it together. And when you get it together, you're going to really wake up one day and realize that, like, everything you need is right in your face. And you are sitting, and y'all.
It's literally in the mirror.
You are sitting in the middle of a prayer that you already prayed.
Yeah.
I had to also learn recently gratitude.
Man.
I never said thank you when I moved to the studio. I realized yesterday that I never even said thank you for all the times I won with this podcast. Never said, I will always just be complaining still. Like, I gotta get better. I gotta do this. I gotta do that.
You go to the Grammys. Goddamn. I need to.
Like, I gotta get.
BET should see me now. Yeah.
But it's like, hey, but you had this great ass episode.
Yeah.
Or this clip really touched this person. Or
Yeah.
like, your students are so amazing at what you do. Or your niece thinks it's so iconic. But the whole time you mad because, damn, why I ain't win that award? Why I can't be in them rooms? Damn, why my shit not doing that? And it's like, I wouldn't say it, but it's there.
Like you would feel that.
Yeah, and I learned yesterday when I went to the entrepreneur thing, it's like, ambition can turn into pride.
Oh, quick.
So, like, I'm thinking I'm just working the whole time. I'm thinking I'm working because, bitch, I need to be there. I should be there already. So, let me get there. Like, I'm not thankful for nothing. I got gratitude now. I'm so thankful for everything. And I'm so okay with, like, what if this podcast we posted new 2 views, I'm thankful for them 2 people. Thank you. Hope you liked it, babe.
No, literally.
Check me next week.
If it's one, that's
If
a
it's
million.
one.
Like,
If it's
one is
me.
1 million.
But, yeah, so that's what I'm learning, too. Those are all my gems. I'm just, like, right now in my chapter, my season I'm in right now. And just really just gratitude is my biggest thing right now. And just focusing on, like, myself. And I'm way more better than what I was. I feel like, and like right before I post these episodes, I've been vlogging since February, right? Haven't posted not one vlog. So I get to like show everybody like all the stuff y'all didn't get to see. Like on that vlog, you're going to see when I was trying to date somebody and I was doing all this stuff. And you're going to see when I think I said in the video, I done tore this wall down and I'm not doing this shit no more. This shit looked a fucking mess. Times when I was like, oh, we back y'all again. Like, you going to see all that. We're like,
wow.
The whole time, like, no, this is the first time I was like, nah, like, simple. Everything's simple now. Like, keep it simple, baby.
Yeah.
Everything just came like I was performative. So that's my life thing. That's my season. That's why we here now, y'all.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
But I think
the energy is even different from the last time that I came. Like,
yeah, I was wilding.
No, it's not even that you was wilding. It's really just like the aura of the space feels totally different.
I would say that. That's true, though.
Like, you were like, how you feeling? And I'm like, I'm feeling passionate. And you're like, really? You appear calm. It's because my aura literally settled in the space. Like, when I came in, like, I immediately relaxed my nerves.
That's real.
Yeah.
I was trying to, see? Yeah. That little Bath and Body Works candle I got in the frame. It smells real good, boo. Yeah. But thank y'all for coming to the Zarty Podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you haven't yet, go on Twitch. Be my subscriber. You got to pay for the subscribers on Twitch. You know what I'm saying, baby? Go ahead and subscribe to me on Twitch. I still love y'all.
Look, follow me on Instagram.
Shout out. What's your Instagram, baby?
My Instagram is Bria, I can't spell my name. Bria, Bria, the letter X, Lewis, Louis. Not Lew, Louis. So, yeah.
I was like, Lewis, Lew. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. But, hey, love y'all. Good night, man. Bye.
You don't have to leave me, you don't want to ride with me. You don't have to act like that, lie with me. You don't have to take it back, you don't have to say it back. You don't have to hold it back, it's only me. So what you wanna do tonight? 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 Why you wanna act like you don't love me? Why you tryna make it seem like we don't be? Scrolling like some Hughes and bass, fucking in your dirty place. Why you acting like you don't wanna come on home? So what you wanna do tonight? Cause I got about 5 homies for your friends. Don't stay too far, just take 6 cents. What you wanna do Cause I got about 5 more minutes here. I'm tryna leave with you if I ain't make that clear. You don't have to leave, you don't want to roll with me. You don't have to act like that, play with me. You don't have to take it back, you don't have to say it back. You don't have to hold it back, it's all in me. So what you wanna do tonight? 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 But your best friend bitch and she ready to go. She just mad cause she ain't getting chose. I'm already knowing how that lame shit go. Baby tell her come down, you ain't ready to go. You tryna leave with me so we can be. If you really like that, we can make it 3. Got 2 more minutes before we hit these streets. So what's it gonna be? Is you tryna leave? Why you wanna act like you don't love me?